messages will now become subliminal, but your subconscious mind will be hearing and accepting all of the positive messages. Listen to the tapes as often as you can. The more you listen, the sooner success will come.
Hello, world, and welcome to another episode of the Awaken Your Positive Inner Voice podcast. I am your host, Kenya Zandrowicz. We are well into our summer months, and some of us are traveling and we're vacationing, and some of us are still out there and we are working hard every single day. So shout out to everyone doing their thing out there in the world. I hope that you are following your dreams and doing all of the things that you've always wanted to experience in life. That's sort of why this show has come into play. For that reason alone, I want everyone to know that they have the power, they have the resources, they have the courage to go after the things that they want. And this show is all about learning to cheer for yourself. If you have been following the show since its first episode, you can kind of get a feel for what this show is about. It is all about helping you reframe that critical voice into one that is more supportive. And I truly feel when we can have a more supportive inner voice, when we can really learn to champion for ourselves, speak kindly to ourselves, our outer world begins to change, and we'll also learn how to set those boundaries, which will teach others how they should be interacting with you. You can set the tone in your own life. I'm a firm believer in that, and life has taught me that, and life has taught me that there needs to be boundaries. There needs to be boundaries in your personal life. There needs to be boundaries in your professional life. Family, friends, significant others, work related, it does not matter. You set those boundaries. You know what works for you. You know what feels good to you. And it's okay to let other people know that. I want to give some shout outs to some of our listeners. We are international now. So shout out to all of our listeners that are in the United States. Wherever you are, thank you so much for tuning in. But I also want to make sure that I highlight those listeners that we have in Kenya. Hello over there. And also in Turkey. Hello over there. We have Spain in the house. We have France in the house. We also have the United Kingdom in the house. We have Azerbaijan. I know that I am completely botching that one, so I apologize, but thank you for listening. We have Russia in the house. We have Brazil in the house. So thank you all so very much. That just lets me know that collectively, we are all doing our part to work on ourselves so that we can all bring more positive energy into the world around us. So thank you all so very much for tuning in. I hope that you continue to tune in. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we are going to discuss the importance of championing for yourself. Did I say that right? Championing for yourself. Whew, that is a hard one. Look, let me go ahead and Google that one really quickly so that I can make sure, one, that I am saying it right, because I don't say it often in that context. Championing for your life. When we come back, so don't you dare go anywhere. We have more coming up for you next. We would like to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, Robotic Mower Installer, home of the I Mow No Mow family. If you are looking to do other things rather than mowing your lawn, check out roboticmowerinstaller.com. IMOWNOMOW.com. We are back. Thank you so very much for joining us here on the Awaken Your Positive Inner Voice podcast. It's like as you get older, you do tend to learn more about life, and you learn more about yourself and how it relates to life and how you relate to other people. And I go back and I reflect often. And meditation is a tool that I use to assist me in doing so. Sometimes, something might feel familiar, yet not quite sure how to handle it. And then I go back and I try to see if I had a previous situation that mimics it to some degree. And I will reflect on what was the outcome during that time when it happened. And as of late, I'm able to do that, rather quickly, and I can begin to assess and discern the situation, which assists me in what my response is going to be, which I believe helps to determine which way the outcome can go. Some things don't deserve a response. Some things don't deserve a lot of your energy. And that's one thing I am very protective of, and it is my energy. No, I'm not happy all the time. Things happen, life happens. And we talk about this. We talk about this on all of our shows. Being human is a beautiful thing. But being human, it comes with a lot of things. Your emotional state is important. Your physical state is important. Your mental state is important. Your financial state is important. And so is your spiritual state. So all of those things have to work in tandem in order for you to really live a well-balanced life. And sometimes some of those things can become a little unbalanced. You can become a little heavier in one area, and you need to find a way to kind of bring everything back onto one accord. And so meditation, it does assist me in doing that, because I will check in on myself. I will check in on I will scan, I will check in on my physical being, my mental being, my emotional being, and my spiritual being. I deal with the financial being, when I'm not, in meditation. So I guess that's one of my rules, and I don't let that bog me down too much. But being an entrepreneur, running a business and wanting to make sure that you're keeping up with supply and demand and customers and things of that nature, you do need to be able to have a clear focus, a clear mind when you are running your business and looking to expand and looking to grow. And so I find that I'll have some moments when I feel a little defeated. Do you ever feel that way? Have you ever, kind of felt like something might be more than you can handle, or you're fearful of taking on something because you're afraid that you will fail, or you won't know what to do, or you're not experienced enough, and whatever the jargon is that you might be thinking or telling yourself. And I think that we all go through that. But how do you reframe that? How do you change that? How do you change that narrative over your own life? And one of the things that I love to do, I have a list of affirmations on deck. Affirmations, I believe, are very powerful when it comes to cheering for yourself, when it comes to assisting you in getting out of that mental lull, that mental fog, so to speak. And I use them often. Sometimes I'll state them out loud. Sometimes I'll just take 5 minutes, sit quietly, do a little bit of breath work. And I find that breath work is very, very beneficial in your life and assisting you with getting centered. It's you just take a deep breath, and sometimes you need to take a couple of deep breaths. And then you need to clear your mind to a degree where you're able to interject those affirmations, right? You can interject those into your whatever your thought process is during that time, or whatever it is that you are mentally speaking to yourself. And so I create a list of affirmations. I have, you know, my faves that I go to that are memorized, and that kind of helps to get me back into a space where I can gain a little bit more clarity, and I'm ready to tackle what's in front of me. And I do it often. So affirmations are very good. And for those of you who are unsure what affirmations are, they are simply your I am phrases that are followed with something positive, something that stems from a place of gratitude, something that brings you joy, words that bring you joy. So I'll do things like I am love, I am light, I am powerful, I am blessed. I am strong. I am capable. So I have an entire list and I use them often. And I think that, those are my cheerleaders, that those I am statements, those affirmations are various words and phrases that are coupled with their pom-poms, and I'm just shaking them over my life for at least 5 minutes when I feel that I'm bogged down or when I feel things are very heavy. And as of late, I've been encountering individuals whom have a very hard time being able to do that. They are stuck in some way. They are still viewing themselves as a version of someone in the past. It's not even a version that they see themselves as. It's a version that others have pretty much placed on them, and they hold on to that. And then they wonder why they repeat the same cycles. But there's work that we all need to do. And so for those individuals that come to me and they're looking for a way to be more confident in their own life, and they're looking for a way to cheer for themselves, to really begin to tread on a new path forward in their own life. And so we go over, how they truly see themselves. And does that version mimic the version that they have always wanted to live or that they desire to live? And about 7 to 8 times out of 10, it does not. And there are individuals that are looking to really follow their dreams and their passion, but they're scared to step out on faith. They're afraid to go after it. What if I fail? What if I do this wrong? What if you do fail? It's okay, because you can start over and you know what not to do next time. What if I don't know enough? Then you learn. You learn as you go. It's always okay. It's always good to take on new skills in your own life. I am always learning as it pertains to my business. I'm always learning as it pertains to my hobbies and the things that I want to do. You never, ever, ever stop learning. That's number one. And you should be open. How can you gain more confidence? Be open. Be open to learning from others. Be open to learning new ways of doing things. Be confident. Begin to be confident in your ability to maneuver through things, to take on new tasks, to learn new skills. So there are a lot of resources that are out there for individuals to use. The internet, it's full of information, yes. But that is where you take what it is that you need, that speaks to your soul, that speaks to your spirit. You take that and then you go with it. You run with it. You begin to apply it to your own life. And the Awaken Your Positive Inner Voice podcast, that is what we do here. If you're listening, again, thank you for tuning in. But I hope and I pray that as you're listening, you're beginning to learn new ways, new habits, new things that you can apply to your own life to help you navigate those waters, navigate those emotional waters, right? Learn to let go of some things so that you're not feeling as heavy, and understand that you are human. You will make mistakes. We all do, and you grow from it, and it is perfectly okay. And so as you are learning how to speak kindly to yourself, affirmations are definitely a way to start. Now, some people are like, I don't know, certain words to use, but you have the internet, and there you can just simply Google positive affirmations for, and then some will pop up, and then you can reconfigure those and you can make them stick to who you are, make them apply to who you are and what you're doing in life and where you're looking to go. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we are going to dive a little more into this, and we're going to talk about journaling and the importance of journaling when it comes to learning how to champion for your own life. And we've talked about this in previous episodes, but we're going to dive a little deeper into why journaling can be very powerful. And it's something that you can use often and you can reflect upon on a daily basis. So don't you go anywhere. We will be right back. You are listening to the Awaken Your Positive Inner Voice podcast with Kenya Zandrowicz. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Awaken Your Positive Inner Voice podcast. I am Kenya Zandrowicz. I am your host, and I am here to help you pick up those pom-poms and cheer for yourself. Before break, we were talking about using affirmations as a tool to begin to learn how to champion for your own life. And I use them often. So many people do. You'll hear them across social media. You'll see them. They are absolutely wonderful. Positive affirmations I find work very well for me. I do affirmation meditations on occasion, and those are usually my very short meditations, no more than 5-10 minutes, where I am repeatedly speaking positive words over myself, my life, my family. And sometimes I say it out loud, and sometimes it's all internal. That's that positive inner voice that is kind of leading the way. But I wanted to talk about journaling and the benefits of journaling. I do it often. I've been doing it for years. I have so many, I have so many books that are around just from me journaling. And, you know, I do buy, um, branded journals. I do. I have a gratitude journal that was purchased from Story Poet Productions, which I absolutely love it. It's absolutely beautiful. Then I have, smaller journals that I keep in my purse. I have one called Healing from Within journal from a workshop that I helped to facilitate with outerwear, clothing, and boutique in Sumter. Very cute little book, and I keep it with me, and I do write in it. And I find that as long as I can release the thoughts and I can release how I'm feeling, I can always go back and I can read and I can assess and think about what it is that I truly need to work on, which can help me throughout my daily life. And so I have several books, and sometimes I'll go back and revisit them just to see how far I've come, just so that I can see my own growth, just so that I can see that I hit my goals and I can cheer for myself. There is something powerful and there's something to be said for a person that can honestly sit there, cheer for themselves, and they're not looking for the outside validation. There is no outside validation needed. It is welcome, and I do appreciate the praises, and I say thank you. But I also know that there are certain things that I am doing in my own life and goals that I have set. And when I hit them, I'm so happy that I did it. And my reward is whatever I want it to be, right? So that it's totally on me at that point in time. And I do this on a daily basis. And the radio show is actually a way that I can learn and I can release. I consider this show to be my weekly therapy, where I'm talking to others and I'm doing what I love to do, and that is inspire others to be the best version of themselves. And in turn, because I'm sitting here and I'm being authentic, open, and honest, and I'm being the best version of me. And a lot of my topics stem from situations that may have happened throughout the past couple of weeks. And initially, when we opened up the show, we talked about setting those boundaries and we talked about championing for yourself. That is so hard to say. Try it 3 times really fast. But, I've encountered situations where I have had to set boundaries. I have had to stand up for myself, and I have had to be my own cheerleader and say enough is enough. I have determined that I know how I want to be treated. I will only treat others with kindness, but I will reciprocate the energy. However, My intent is never to make anyone feel inferior. It's never intended to harm anyone. It's never intended to hurt anyone's feelings. It's never my goal. So I choose my words very carefully. And I am very matter of fact. I don't sugarcoat things anymore. I used to do that because I did not want to be confrontational, but there is a way to disagree without being confrontational. And sometimes things can happen that might pull you out of your element a little bit. But if that happens, take a moment, try to think about the words that you're saying. Make sure that you are articulating what it is that you may be feeling, not necessarily that the person has made you feel that way, but how you are feeling, and try to take it from, that angle. So for me, the journaling, when I sit back and I write how I feel, I write about the situation. I am looking at it on paper, reliving it, and then thinking about, okay, I know that I need to work on this. This happened because I should have done this sooner. And it helps. So when you're encountering those problems, you can look at that situation in that journal and you can say, you know what? I'm going to work on this particular response. I'm going to learn how to handle something more from a positive standpoint so that I can be more effective. I can get my point across without there being any gray area. You understand where I'm coming from. You understand how I'm going to treat you and you're going to treat me as we interact with each other. So journaling, it really does help. It can assist you moving forward because when you can reflect on days of old, and it felt weird to say, but I've always wanted to say that. When you reflect on your past, you can see if there's a pattern there. You can see if there are habits that you need to change, and you need to learn how to make those changes and learn when to sense that something needs to be done differently here. We're all creatures of habit. We do what we're taught, and sometimes we have to unlearn things in order to learn new things. And as you are going through the inner growth process, I'm going to tell you, there is a lot that you're going to have to unlearn. That's okay. Absolutely okay. But you are going to have to unlearn some things. You're going to have to let go of some things to make room for the new. What's the new? Are you ready for that? Have you thought about what that looks like? And I think that, journaling coupled with positive affirmations, you can begin to reframe certain things, the dialogue that you're having with yourself. That is a task. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It is a never ending process. Let me say that again. Your inner growth is a never ending process. Never going to be a one and done, because life is going to life. You will encounter different scenarios, different situations that may require a different response than ones that you've had in the past. And you have to be ready. So I no longer place myself in a box. I'm no longer this one type of individual. I have a multitude of or variations of my life. I am a walking, breathing entity. I have feelings and emotions, and they change. They change all the time, just like the seasons, just like the weather. So you have to adapt. You have to learn to kind of flow and move with those changes and not be so rigid in your way of doing things. And I'm not saying that that's a bad way to be. I'm just saying being open to change, being open to the new. There is something light. There is something powerful and confident in being that way. There really is. And I listen to people. I listen often. I listen to, what they say. I listen to their nonverbals as well. I mean, I'm a meditation intuitive life coach for a reason. I feel that is a gift that I do have, where I'm able to, look at everything from various points of view, and I can, kind of see the bigger picture. You take at the bigger picture, and then you can look at your role in it. And all of that can come into play when it comes to championing for your own life and speaking those words of wisdom and power and positivity and support over your own life. One of the other things that I do along with journaling, I do a lot of mindfulness practices. Does anyone else out there, do you use mindfulness? Are you very mindful in your own life? Are you self-aware in your own life? And, think about that. Ask yourself that question. How mindful are you? How self-aware are you in your existence in this whole, in this whole big, beautiful universe? Like, how mindful are you? And I do a lot of mindfulness practices. And what are some mindfulness practices? What are some things that you can do? How do you implement mindfulness into your day to day? Well, I've become very mindful of what I listen to, what I watch, what I read, what I interact with, even down to what I eat and what I drink. I am very mindful of all of those things because I have found that as you listen to, watch, and you take in and you absorb, certain things of a lower vibrational frequency, you're going to feel heavy. And when you feel heavy, you're going to attract more things to make you feel heavy. So I'm aware of things in the world. I, make note to read the news and make note to interact with individuals. And so I know what's going on. I know what's going on politically. I know what's going on globally. I know what's going on financially. I know what's going on in the world of health and the world of psychology and all of those things. I'm aware, but I want to be and I need to be because I am open and I am open to learning things that I know that are going to assist me in my own evolutionary process. And so being mindful and self-aware, these are some of the key things that you can begin to apply to your daily habits and your rituals that you do throughout the day. And it will become, it will get to the point that it becomes habit and becomes part of who you are. And this is really who I am. There's no doubt about that. And it does feel good to operate from an authentic space in life, right? I am just who I am. I am here. And that's what I say to people. How are you? I am here. I am here. I am ready. I am ready for what the day brings. I feel good. I feel blessed. And my goal is to carry that same feeling throughout the day. And my goal is for that to inspire others. Hopefully it will radiate outward and it will be contagious, right? But of course, that's what I set out to do. And sometimes the day just doesn't go that way. But when it doesn't, I have my tools. I have my resources. I have the things that I do. Meditation, affirmations, journaling, reframing, and of course, being mindful and self-aware. They all work together. They all work together. And I started Go From A to Zen because during COVID, a lot of individuals, they were stuck. They didn't know. Things were so uncertain. And so I wanted to help and I wanted to assist them. So I had to think about what has helped me. So I went back, looked at those journals. I studied my life lessons. And then I started to go down a rabbit hole a little more. And I found it was meditation. That was something that kept me balanced. So I got my certification in meditation. Now I'm moving on. I'm getting my certification in breath work, getting my certification in yoga. Why? Because these are things that I've begun to apply in my own life and they are working for me. And because they are working for me, I am sure that there are other individuals that are out there that are looking for something that can assist them. And if I can be just a guiding light, even if it is just a little match or a little candle, then that's what I'm here to do. It is to Lead others back to themselves, and lead others back to themselves so they can live their desired life, whatever that is. And then that's for you. I'm not here to judge. Of course, you're looking to try to get over and finagle your way through life. I'm not your girl at all. I have no time or no patience for anyone that is ungrateful, that is shady, that is, deciding they want to rock or vibe at a lower vibrational frequency. No, not me, not your girl. There might be somebody out there who can assist you if that's how that's where your strong suit is. But I can tell you right now, I'm definitely not the one. But again, my life is, in a sense, a book with multiple chapters. And believe it or not, every time I have an epiphany, every time I find something that assists me, I do. I create what I call my coffee table books. So you can check those out. They're available on Amazon. Shameless plug there. Maybe not so shameless, but some of you may find that these books assist you in moving forward. It's just another way you don't have to go through this process or these processes alone. When you get to the point where you feel like, I have to do this and I need to do this for me, this is when all of these things will make so much sense. Things will just begin to line up for you. I enjoy doing this show, and we come up with the topics. Some are from individuals that email me. Some are from individuals that reach out on social media. If there is anything that you would like some guidance to, or you think that would be a great topic of discussion on this show, I am open to it. Please send me a message. Let me know. My producer, Tiffany, and I, we will sit down, we will look at it, and we will bring it to the forefront and talk about it. And that's what this show is all about. It's about bringing those things to light, getting it out there, being authentic, figuring out what needs to be worked on so that we learn how to speak positively over our life. That supportive voice is always there. I am a good support system for myself. I am a good support system for others. That's just what I do. And I love that about me. And I have no intentions of changing that anytime soon. So the world has not done anything to me where I feel as though I am no longer me. And that's a great place to be in. And we're going to help you get there on this show. So, our shows don't last too long. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I love to check in to see how everyone is going. And when I meditated this morning, what came to me was individuals need to learn how to champion for themselves. Talk about that. Give them the tools. Give them the resources. Let them know what you do and how you do it. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will be closing out the show, but we'll do a little bit of a recap. And again, if you would love to get in touch, if there's a topic that you would like to discuss, you can hit me up on social media on Instagram at Kenya Zandrowicz. You can shoot me a message at info@gfatzin.com. Shoot me an email, send me a message, and let's talk about it. We'll talk about it. Don't go anywhere. We have more coming for you next. You are listening to the Awaken Your Positive Inner Voice podcast with Kenya Zandrowicz. Welcome back. I want to give a huge shout out to Indie Central Media and Lux Glow Media Group. For without you, this would not be possible. So thank you so much for your support. And a huge shout out to producer Marks11, who was actually a guest on our show. So if you go back and you take a listen to the second or third episode, I believe, you can take a listen to that conversation. Great conversation. That we had, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you, Marks11, for providing my theme music for the show. we are about to come to a close of this particular episode, but I want everyone right now to pick up their air pom-poms, right? And I want you to shake them for yourself. I want you to cheer for yourself. I want you to clap for yourself. Why? Because you're here. You are here today, and no one knows what it took for you to get out of bed, to put your feet on the ground and decide to tackle the day. In spite of everything that you're going through and things that are happening around you, you are here. And there is something huge to be said for that. So I want you to congratulate yourself, because that is the first step. The first step is deciding, I am going to be here. For those of you who are hitting your goals, who are following your dreams, who have decided to take the first step towards your business, who have decided to take the first step towards your inner change, congratulate yourself. I congratulate you. I applaud you for taking the steps, even for listening to this podcast. That is a step in the right direction, and you should be cheering for yourself always. So pick them up, shake them. Just for you, just so you know, I will have, a line of little promotional pom-poms that you can have. When you get them, take a snap yourself, snap a picture, let me know. Pick them up whenever you need to sit there and breathe. Pick them up whenever you need to feel relief, or you need to release something. That's what they're going to be there for. And so that'll be a lot of fun. We can shake our pom-poms together. Well, we have come to the end of this show. Again, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that this show has assisted you, even though it's a small amount of time. I hope you are feeling enlightened. I hope you are feeling positive. I encourage you to do your research. Begin to make the list of affirmations. I will place some in the description of this podcast that you can start with, that you can use. I would also love for you to begin journaling if you have not. Buy a composition book. Buy 5 of them. Get to writing. Put it out there. Put your thoughts on paper. Learn how you can use your journal as a tool in your growing, your process, your growth process. So definitely do that. We're going to begin to research and look for reframing, how to reframe, the how to reframe those statements that you're speaking over your life. And my book, Awaken Your Positive Inner Voice, which is available on Amazon, that book talks about that. There are some worksheets within the book that you can use, that you can go ahead and help you. It's there to help you. There are some great information. There is some great information in that one little book that I feel like will be able to assist you on what it is that you're looking to do and how you're looking to grow. So reframing the narrative over your own life is something we all should do. We are all holding on to some wounds, some inner childhood trauma that we need to release in some way. There are some things that we said that we believe to be true that are no longer true for us in our life. And we need to reframe that. We need to change that. And there are so many tools and resources that I have out there that are readily available for you to take advantage of. The books, the videos, the magazine, even the products that I offer, everything is there to work in conjunction, to work in tandem together to help you move forward in your own life. So I hope that you check all of it out. Take a read. They're all there. And if there's anything else that I can assist you with, you let me know, right? I offer virtual sessions, meditation sessions, intuitive life coaching sessions, soon to be breathwork and yoga sessions. All of those things I can offer virtually, or you can join me at some of my group sessions, in-person sessions. That's what it's here for. That's what I'm here to do. So I hope that you've enjoyed your time here with me. This episode is coming to an end. Thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to be in your homes, to be in your cars, to be with you on the go. I thank you. Let the energy just continue to roam throughout this universe, all positive energy all the time. So until next time, people, I'll be talking to you positively.
These messages will now become subliminal, but your subconscious mind will be hearing and accepting all of the positive messages. Listen to the tapes as often as you can. The more you listen, the sooner success will come.
Wake me up from this physical world. Then shake me up, so I can see the world. Oh, pick me up from the illusion world. Ooh, damn baby, kiss me up, like it's the end of the world. Walking down the streets of my dreams, why it seems so real. I can't believe I see what's really real. See the things we feel, we can make them disappear. 'Cause the time is near, you see, baby. So won't you come with me? Wake me up from this physical world. Then shake me up, so I can see the world. Oh, pick me up from the illusion world. Ooh, damn baby, kiss me up, like it's the end of the world. It's time to raise the vibration. Only love can build like this nation. I am a candidate for elevation. Are you ready for divine intervention? Turn your back to temptation, where you step up to the vision. I call it divine mutation. So will you come with me? So won't you come with me? 'Cause I've been waiting so long for you. I couldn't find the light. Is it black or white? But I'ma make my way up to you. Will you see me shine? Will you find me mine? I could show you things we could do.